Devil fruits are one of the coolest aspects of One Piece, and they just keep getting stronger and more interesting. But One Piece lied to us about the true nature of devil fruits and their real categories. I mean, just look at the Nika fruit. So could it be that Oda is still hiding a crucial piece of the devil fruit puzzle? Could there be even more special categories of devil fruits that have not yet been revealed? Like god fruits and demon fruits. Let's break it all down. Like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing One Piece videos like this one and want to keep them coming. If you haven't, join the Nakamon by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss future One Piece videos updates. You're also helping us reach our insane goal of 2 million subscribers here on YouTube.
Quick thank you to Eternal Evolution for sponsoring this video. Eternal Evolution is a mobile idle RPG with strategy and gacha elements, and it's a super fun and easy sci-fi game that is free to play friendly and features unique, high quality designs. Right now, Eternal Evolution is doing a huge limited time collaboration with one of my favorite anime, Evangelion. You can unlock brand new collaborative Triple S heroes from Evangelion for the first time, including Eva 1 and Shinji, Eva 0 and Rei, Eva 2 and Asuka, Eva 6 and Kaworu, and Eva 8 Beta and Mari. Get them right now through the epic collaboration recruitment event, along with other great rewards and clear story stages to receive even more massive rewards, such as Eva 1 and Shinji for free. You can also challenge bosses like the 4th Angel Otis version and the 9th Angel Otis version, and you can receive insane rewards every single week. If you're a new player and you participate in the Grand Ceremony event, you will receive a free Triple S hero Ravenna, along with a bunch of other resources. There are daily tasks and events with awesome rewards, so the more you play, the more you benefit. You can even earn through the AFK mode, so you can take it easy and enjoy playing without having to grind. Try it out for yourself right now. Just use the QR code or click the link in the description. Use promo code EEEVA collab and experience the epicness of Eternal Evolution and Evangelion at the same time. The code will give you 3 collab recruitment and 1500 diamonds, but act now because this offer expires January 4th. Just use the QR code or click the link in the description right now.
Now, if you live in a world that is full of islands and surrounded by the ocean on all sides, you'd have to be crazy to give up your ability to swim. I mean, one wrong move during a quick trip to the next island and you're dead. So what would cause some of the strongest pirates and marines in the world to willingly give up their ability to swim, even though they're out sailing on the ocean pretty much all the time? Well, although anyone who eats a devil fruit will never be able to swim again, in exchange they gain an epic supernatural power that makes them even stronger. But to be fair, as I will talk about in this video, not every devil fruit is created equal. So let's break down all the categories and subcategories of devil fruits, and let's also include some examples of the strongest and weakest devil fruits each time, just so you get a better idea of how unfair life can be. Some give up their ability to swim in order to gain godly powers, while others gave up their ability to swim so that they could turn into a frickin' jacket. First, let's talk about the 3 main categories, starting off with Logia. No, editor, that's Lugia, never mind. Logia devil fruits are the rarest of the 3 main categories, and there are only 13 known canonical Logia devil fruits, and another 3 non-canon Logias. They allow their users to utilize elemental powers like snow, smoke, magma, and other canonical and non-canonical substances. Not only can the users turn their entire bodies into their respective elements, but they can also control that element in the space around them. We were first introduced to Logia fruits through Smoker in Log Town way back in the East Blue. Because his devil fruit allowed him to literally turn into smoke and become untouchable, he quickly overpowered Luffy, and at that early point in the story, Smoker seemed like an unstoppable force. And to be fair, unless someone has the ability to use some pretty serious hockey, almost all Logia users are unstoppable. Just by turning their body into their element, the users can ensure that any physical attack that isn't imbued with hockey will just pass through them. However, this does mean that they are more susceptible to specific environmental weaknesses beyond just not being able to swim. For example, because Crocodile is made of sand, water will make him vulnerable to attacks by hardening his body and making him more solid. Also, if your ability is to turn into lightning, then someone who is made of, say, rubber will not be affected by your lightning attacks. So, you know, pick your battles. Outside of those specific instances though, Logia fruits are seriously overpowered. Well, usually. They're all strong, of course, and any one of them can certainly do some damage if used correctly, but some are clearly stronger than others. For example, the Magu Magu no Mi, or the Magma Magma fruit, is a step above the Mera Mera no Mi, or the Flame Flame fruit in power. So even among Logia powers, there is a hierarchy of power, and even though you might think that flames are cooler than magma, that's just the way it is. Unless you got some kind of ace in the hole to balance that out, you will end up with a hole in the ace. At first glance, it is easy to assume that something like the Magma fruit or the Goro Goro no Mi, aka the Rumble fruit, are the strongest of the Logia due to both their sheer power and defensive abilities. I mean, I don't want to touch or be touched by either magma or lightning. However, if we're talking about the very strongest Logia fruit, that would have to be the Yami no Mi or the Dark fruit, which is used by none other than Blackbeard. The Devil Fruit of Darkness has gravity altering abilities, almost acting like a black hole. It is able to suck anything or anyone into its depths, as well as dispel them, which leaves them pretty banged up or even nearly destroyed. What makes this fruit so unmistakably different from the others in terms of strength, however, is its ability to neutralize the effects of any other Devil Fruit with just a touch, so long as the Devil Fruit users remain in contact with each other. This turns even the strongest of enemy Devil Fruit users into normal people, and as you can imagine, this poses a massive problem for any Devil Fruit user in a fight because they're all used to fighting with their supernatural powers, but then they find themselves suddenly powerless. But this ability is even more useful against Logia users, as we saw with Ace. Because Logia users spend so much of their lives able to completely avoid any harm or damage, many of them fight pretty recklessly. After all, they don't normally have to dodge, so when they do take a hit, it can be very disorienting. Now, the weakest Logia grade Devil Fruit would probably be Caribou's Numa no Mi, or the Swamp fruit, if it weren't for the non-canonical Toro no Mi, aka the syrupy liquid fruit, used by Honey Queen. This is essentially the Swamp fruit, but worse. The liquid fruit allows its user to turn into and control an unidentified liquid, kind of like the Swamp fruit does with swamps and mud. The two share the same weaknesses as well. If they find themselves in a space where their normal bodies could not fit, they cannot revert back to their solid forms, which, let's face it, is extremely inconvenient. Like, you can just get trapped by your opponent inside some sort of jar or something. How embarrassing. What puts the Swamp fruit above the liquid fruit, you ask? Its infinite storage capabilities, because who doesn't need some more storage space? Much like the Dark fruit user, the Swamp fruit is able to store anything in its swamp. Honey Queen, however, has no such perk, and so she went out pretty sad. Let's all pour out a shot of Pepto-Bismol for Honey Queen, and then let's move on to Paramecia. Paramecia Devil Fruits are the most common of the three major categories. They're essentially Devil Fruits that don't allow their users to transform into a specific element or animal, leaving all other supernatural possibilities clumped together into the same category. We were first introduced to these fruits in chapter 1 of the story with Luffy and his never mind. The first Paramecia fruit we see in the story is actually the Devil Fruit used by future Yonko and Nuxtaku's greatest inspiration, Buggy D Clown, who uses the Chop fruit. The weakest Paramecia Devil Fruit, in my opinion, is a tie between the Jake no Mi, or the Jacket fruit, and the Awa no Mi, or the Bubble fruit. The Jacket fruit was eaten by Kelly Funk and lets him turn himself into, you guessed it, a jacket. That's it. He can be worn by people, and he can at least control the person who is wearing him. That said, he can't actually force anybody to put him on, and he has to depend on other people just to use his own ability. Like, if he's fighting someone at long range, or if he's fighting someone he can't wrap himself around for whatever reason, he is completely powerless. The Bubble fruit was eaten by Khalifa, and this one lets her, you guessed it again, make bubbles. These bubbles can be used to clean, but they can also drain an enemy's energy, which actually sounds pretty useful. Unfortunately, this power can be washed away by water or can literally just blow away in the wind. Avoiding water is one thing, but the wind? Good luck with that. Now, having said that, I absolutely love this Devil Fruit because it gave us one of the most complex and philosophical scenes in the entire One Piece series, the genre-bending, award-winning Khalifa and Nami bath fight. 10 out of 10. On the other hand, the strongest Paramecia would have to be Whitebeard's Tremor fruit, or the Gura no Mi. This fruit can create tremors and shockwaves that can travel through anything, even the air. This basically made Whitebeard a walking magical earthquake machine. His power could have destroyed an entire island if he wanted to. Now, while the Devil Fruit is incredibly overpowered, it can be stopped by exceptionally powerful Haki. As we saw when Whitebeard tried to take down Marineford's execution platform, his efforts were successfully thwarted by all three admirals using their armament Haki. Now, let's talk about the third major category of Devil Fruits, the Zone Devil Fruit. This Devil Fruit allows its user to gain the powers of a specific animal or mythical beast, and a Zone Devil Fruit user normally gains the ability to change between between 3 forms: human form, human beast hybrid, and beast form. One unique thing about these devil fruits is that they essentially come with their own personalities. While there are theories out there which suggest every single devil fruit has its own personality, or as I believe, that every devil fruit carries some lineage factor of all its former users within itself. But this idea about devil fruits having their own will is especially true of the Zone devil fruits. While in their human form, Zone users keep their own personalities, while in beast form, users will take over the identity that comes with their respective devil fruits. This category of devil fruit has multiple subcategories which are distinct from regular Zone devil fruits. This included mythical, ancient, and artificial zones, which are further separated based on the kind of beastly category that they fall into. These include dogs, cats, humans, birds, and snakes, and more. Ancient zones allow their users to transform into an animal that walked the earth in ancient times, but have since gone extinct, or at least they are believed to have gone extinct. These include dinosaurs, mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, and so on. Some ancient zone users include Queen as the Brachiosaurus, King as the Pteranodon, and Page 1 as the Spinosaurus. The brutal size and strength that comes with these transformations serves as an extremely effective weapon against most opponents, and as we can see with our boy Jack and his Mammoth Devil Fruit, these Devil Fruit users literally cannot lose. Seriously, Jack has never taken an L in his entire life. Now, mythical Zone devil fruits are extremely rare, maybe even rarer than Logia devil fruits. The users of these devil fruits have the ability to transform into legendary creatures of myth. Think dragon, phoenix, Cerberus, Seryu, an 8-headed snake, or even Pegasus. Some examples of mythical Zone users include Orochi as the aforementioned 8-headed snake, Sengoku as Daibutsu, or a giant golden Buddha, and of course, Monkey D. Luffy himself as the sun god Nika. It's like having the power of legends, gods, and fairy tales in the palm of your hand. Finally, we also have to talk about the artificial Zone fruit. The development and advancement of these devil fruits would not be possible without the genius of Dr. Vegapunk and Caesar Clown. Vegapunk's findings were developed through his research of the lineage factor that belonged to actual human devil fruit users, while Caesar's research focused on the lineage factor of animals. This restricted his work to Zone devil fruits, while Vegapunk actually went on to successfully duplicate the powers of Paramecia devil fruits. That said, Vegapunk believes that Logia devil fruit powers are simply too difficult to duplicate. Artificial devil fruits still take away the user's ability to swim like every devil fruit, and this will happen even if the fruit itself ends up being a failure. Artificial devil fruits take the shape of an apple and have spots instead of spirals. Caesar Clown's artificial fruits are called the smile fruits. Smile fruits are made with SAD, a chemical compound formulated by Caesar Clown. These new devil fruits are only successful 10% of the time. If you're one of the unlucky 90%, like the pleasures in the Beast Pirates, you won't inherit a special power. You will also lose your ability to have negative feelings and will be forced to smile and laugh for the rest of your life, which is probably why they're called the Smile Devil Fruit. So basically, a guy named Clown produces a substance that makes people smile and laugh uncontrollably. Sounds kind of familiar. The only thing missing is Batman. And now, of course, let's talk about some of the strongest and weakest Zone fruits. Obviously, Kaido's Uo Uo no Mi model Seryu, aka the Fish Fruit model Azure Dragon, is among the strongest in this category. Kaido is able to turn into the Eastern Dragon itself. The sheer size of this transformation alone gives him an extreme edge over his enemies, and that's before we get into the incredible power that comes from this fruit. A slight movement from his beastly form can cause shock waves, and his size doesn't hinder his speed, and his scales offer a nearly impenetrable defense, even against Luffy's Gear 3 attacks. Kaido also has a hybrid form and a whole bunch of other powers and abilities, but you get the picture. His power is truly in the realm of myth and legend. The weakest Zone fruit would of course be a faulty smile fruit, but that seems like a cheap answer since it's artificial. Apart from a bad smile, the worst Zone fruit would have to be the Inu Inu no Mi model Dachshund, or the Mut Mut fruit Dachshund. On top of having the powers of a dachshund, which are, I don't know, being long and sausagey, the dachshund's actually a sickly breed of dog, and this would translate to its user. Now we have basically covered all the main devil fruit categories, but this is actually where the real fun begins. There are multiple subcategories that are shrouded in mystery and speculation, and these are the ones that fans love to talk about because they are still so unknown and so interesting. I'm talking about awakened devil fruits, special devil fruits, god devil fruits, and demon devil fruits. Or I guess you could call them devil fruits, but that's kind of confusing, so I'll stick with demon. Very rarely devil fruits can fully awaken, which makes the devil fruit powers much stronger and often much more versatile. The user also has greater control of his devil fruit power because with awakening, the user's mind and body essentially come into perfect harmony with the devil fruit and its powers. The devil fruit is no longer something that the user consumed and that alters his body. The user and the devil fruit become one. The increased power that comes with devil fruit awakening takes some time to master and control, but once the user masters this new power, he becomes incredibly strong. It's important to note that devil fruit awakening is extremely rare. There are only about 15 known awakened devil fruits, both canon and not canon. That's 15 out of the like 200 canon and non-canon devil fruits total. The nature of a devil fruit's awakening depends on the type of devil fruit involved. Awakened Paramecia devil fruits generally seem to allow the user to expand their powers beyond just their own bodies, essentially allowing them to imbue their surroundings with the property of their power. In other words, a Paramecia user's power may be to transform his own body in some way, but once their devil fruit awakens, they will be able to transform their environment in a similar way to their body. For example, Doflamingo's Ito Ito no Mi, or String fruit, allows him to create strings from his body and then manipulate them in whatever way he chooses. But when his devil fruit awakens, he can turn even the surrounding area, such as entire buildings and the ground, into giant strings that he can manipulate. And he doesn't even have to touch something in order to make it string-like, meaning his awakened power works at long distance. Another example is Karakuri's Mochi Mochi no Mi. Initially, this devil fruit gives its user the ability to create, manipulate, and even transform into mochi. But upon awakening, the user gains the ability to basically turn the entire battlefield into mochi as well, which of course gives the user of this devil fruit a massive home field advantage. Zone devil fruit awakenings are quite different from their Paramecia counterparts. Awakening gives the devil fruit user a lot more strength, speed, and endurance than they had prior to awakening, and their ability to recover from injuries also becomes greatly enhanced. However, since zone devil fruits are known to have a strong will of their own, there is a danger that an awakened zone will literally take over the user's original personality and turn him into a wild beast. The Jailer beasts from Impel Down are believed to be an example of this. However, it is certainly possible to have a Zone Devil Fruit awakening and still retain your own personality, as seen with Rob Lucci and Kaku. These guys are also able to attain a new awakened form, which is an interesting hybrid form between their beast and man forms. Now, I personally have the theory that Kaido's Devil Fruit has already awakened. Initially, it was the Magikarp fruit, but it became the Gyarados fruit upon awakening. However, that is just a theory and it hasn't been confirmed. But what about Logia awakenings? Well, there has never been a known Logia awakening, so there isn't much we can say about it. However, there is an unofficial subcategory known as Special Devil Fruits, and this refers to Devil Fruits that don't quite fit within the normal boundaries of their own Devil Fruit category. Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi was seen by many as a special Paramecia because of its unique properties until it was eventually revealed to be a mythical zone. That said, there are more of these Special Devil Fruits out there. In the past, Jinbei has referred to the Mochi Mochi no Mi as a special Paramecia, and Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi has also been called a special Logia. That's because this devil fruit doesn't quite follow the normal rule set for a Logia devil fruit. The Yami Yami no Mi allows its user to control darkness and the strong gravitational force that resides within the darkness. The user can pull and absorb both living creatures and inanimate objects into a massive void where they can be stored and regurgitated later. Unlike the other normal Logias, the Yami Yami no Mi does not allow its user to simply turn into darkness and avoid all incoming physical attacks. Instead, the user will still be vulnerable to attack even while using his devil fruit power. The Yami Yami no Mi also seems to have an additional ability that no other devil fruit possesses. This is the ability to absorb and negate the powers of other devil fruit users simply by touching them. Lastly, Blackbeard has found a way to steal the devil fruits of others and take them for himself, allowing him to use more than one devil fruit at once, even though this should be impossible. We still don't know how exactly Blackbeard was able to achieve this, but some speculate that this additional ability could be also the result of his strange devil fruit, which absorbs all things, and maybe even the devil fruits of other people. All the unique powers and properties of the Yami Yami no Mi have led many to claim that this fruit, sometimes referred to as the most dangerous devil fruit of all, might be some sort of special Logia or even another subcategory entirely. And that brings us to the final, the strongest, and the most important subcategories of devil fruits: God devil fruits and demon devil fruits. Ever since we first learned that Luffy's actual devil fruit isn't the Paramecia type Gomu Gomu no Mi, but rather the mythical zone type Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, there have been a ton of theories about the existence of devil fruits that are in a league of their own. Devil fruits with godly, divine powers that are noticeably stronger and more overpowered than all the other devil fruits in existence. The real name of Luffy's devil fruit actually sparked most of these theories because Nika is the name of an ancient sun god, a deity also known as the Warrior of Liberation, who has been worshipped by slaves and marginalized and oppressed peoples for countless centuries. This means that Luffy's mythical zone isn't based on just some mythical creature, it is based on an actual god, and that certainly calls for paying special attention to this devil fruit. There is a big difference between a flying horse devil fruit or a snake with multiple heads devil fruit and a sun god devil fruit. What's more, back in Skypiea, we were actually introduced to 4 gods who were worshipped by the people of the Sky Islands: the sun god, rain god, forest god, and earth god. And if Luffy has the sun god devil fruit, then could there be other god devil fruits as well? Perhaps the 4 god devil fruits that correspond to the 4 gods of Skypiea. We know that Greenville has a forest Logia, which makes his fruit a strong candidate for the forest god fruit, and the rain god fruit may end up being Monkey D. Dragon's weather controlling devil fruit. So then what about the earth god fruit? Some have suggested that a major villain such as Imu might end up possessing this one, but others would say that we've already met the user of this very fruit. After all, Blackbeard's Darkness Logia is special. It has the power to absorb and store everything like the deep endless earth. It has the powers of gravity, and it has the ability to negate the power of other devil fruits, at least temporarily. So what if Blackbeard's devil fruit is not just a unique Logia, but rather one of the very few godly devil fruits that gives its user divine powers? Blackbeard always believed the Yami Yami no Mi to be special, so much so that he specifically sought to find this specific devil fruit, and he was willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And since we all know that Blackbeard will be one of the main antagonists in the final saga of One Piece, wouldn't it be cool if Sun God Luffy had to face off against Earth God Blackbeard? The god of light versus the god of darkness, the god of the skies versus the god of the underworld. Finally, the recent reveals about Imu and the Gorosei and their absolutely insane devil fruit powers have contributed to the conversation about god devil fruits, and they've also launched a conversation about the possible existence of demon devil fruits that are the dark counterparts of the god devil fruits. Once the truth of what happened to King Cobra and Sabo during the Reverie was finally revealed, we learned that Imu and all 5 of the Gorosei have the ability to transform into large monstrous creatures with animalistic features. This has led to much speculation about them potentially having mythical zone devil fruits, and this speculation was given further credence when one of the Gorosei, J. Garcia Saturn, publicly revealed his devil fruit in chapter 1094. First, we saw a creepy magic circle on the ground, complete with a pentagram-like symbol that is reminiscent of dark magic and satanic symbolism. Saturn then appeared inside that circle in his demonic devil fruit form, as if he was summoned by demonic magic. He still has his head and beard, but he also has big black horns, the body of a giant spider, and swirly clouds around his head and shoulders that look just like Luffy's Nika clouds, only black instead of white. This implies that Saturn also possesses an awakened mythical zone devil fruit, just like Luffy. Needless to say, Saturn is extremely powerful and extremely deadly in this demonic form, and this is what has so many fans suggesting that Imu and the Gorosei may have devil fruits that are basically the dark counterparts of Luffy's godly Nika devil fruit. If Nika is the sun god, then these guys are devils and demons, and so on top of the godly devil fruits like Nika, we may also have demonic devil fruits like those that belong to Saturn, the other Gorosei, and Imu. These godly and demonic devil fruits may not fit into any of the conventional categories, at least not completely, and they're likely to play a massive role in the conclusion of the One Piece story. After all, we're now in the final saga, and characters like Imu, the Gorosei, Blackbeard, and Dragon are surely about to take center stage. And since they all appear to have rare and powerful devil fruits, we can expect to learn a lot more about these strange and exceptionally strong devil fruits very soon. The god and demon devil fruits may just be extremely overpowered subcategories of the larger categories of devil fruits, or they may turn out to be in a category of their own. Who knows, maybe these were the devil fruits that were created first, and maybe these fruits hold the will of the ancient deities who decided to create the devil fruits in the first place. But what do you guys think? Are we going to discover more godly devil fruits alongside Luffy's sun god Nika fruit? Or do Imu and the Gorosei have the dark counterparts of these godly fruits, like dark god fruits or demon fruits? And what about Blackbeard? Where does his strange and unique Yami Yami no Mi fit into all of this? Share your theories down in the comments below. Now, if you're looking for an epic One Piece video to watch next, check out this video about Zoro's real father, link on screen right now and down in the description. Thanks again to Eternal Evolution for sponsoring this video. Check them out right now, link in the description. Like and subscribe to help us reach our insane goal of 2 million subscribers here on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next one.